Hello and welcome to this demo. In this session, I'll be showing you how to load data from an Excel spreadsheet into a project in your application. So let's dive right in. The first thing, as you will hopefully know by now, is that to get started, you need to initiate a project inside the application. We currently do not have a project open. So let's go over here to the ribbon. We'll say new. I'll call it Excel data, and then we hit create. That is all. A project has been created. So there are a few ways to get data, to get your tool to pull the data from the Excel spreadsheet into the workflow. The first is to head to the Data Sources tab of the ribbon. You can see here that we do have this Excel tool, and if you hover over the tooltip, it will say import data from an Excel worksheet. It also lets you know some related tools as well, which is nice if you're not sure where to go next. But we're looking for an Excel, and this seems like the right place to be here. So the other option that we have is to go here in the Project Manager and click Open Tool Library. And this is the same as the ribbon, but it's all of the tools here inside of this library where we can filter by different types. Like, let's look at just data sources, and there it is. We can also clear all the filters out, look at everything. We can sort by name if we wanted to, or better yet, we can search. So let's go ahead and let's search for Excel. And you can see there are two tools related to Excel. There's an input or a data sources tool here in blue. It says Excel, and if you hover over the tooltip, it will let you know that we're importing data. And then there's to Excel, and this will write your data to an Excel spreadsheet. We want to get some data, so I'll drag this and I'll drop it over into our workflow. We're done with the tool library, so we can close this now. Now we can open up this block by right-clicking and saying Configure, or by double-clicking on the icon. So I'll double-click on the icon, and you can see that it's open. So now what we need to do is we need to browse to our file. I've saved it to my desktop, so I'll open it up. Might take a second or two. It needs to establish a connection to the file. There we go. You can see that what it did was it found the path that I have to my file. It happens to be saved in my OneDrive, which may be why it took a little extra time. And it also grabbed the first sheet in this file. I happen to know that this Excel workbook has 2 sheets inside of it. So I'll start with just grabbing the first one, but I will show you that you can also click Change, and it will get all the sheets from this spreadsheet. And if I want to take the second one, so I have 2 data sets, diabetes data and the iris data set. If I want to take the second one, I would just highlight that and say Done, and it's changed sheets. But let's go back to the diabetes data set. Open it up. Diabetes data seems like a reasonable name for this table. And the first row does in fact contain headers. So I'll go ahead and I'll save this. We're ready to go. Execute cell, and let's slide over and let's view our data. There we go. So it looks like we were able to successfully pull data from an Excel workbook into our project. Just to prove that it can be done, what I will do is I will go back to data sources and I'll add another Excel block to this project. I'll pick the same file, and then I will change sheets, and I'll call this iris data. Save it and run this as well. And now we have 2 sheets in our project, diabetes data and iris data. Here in the iris spreadsheet, you can see we have the 4 features and the label. And in the diabetes data set, we have all of our features and our binary label here. So congratulations, you just learned how to load data from an Excel workbook into your Influence project. Hope you learned something, and have a good rest of your day.